celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Malam Olawale Rashid. I'm the spokesperson to the governor of Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke.
Let me say, it's got to be 2 years now in few days when the governor will out what the people of Osun should expect from his administration, where he purposefully states it clear that his administration going to focus on 5 point agenda, which has to do with health, education, welfare, infrastructure. How far so far has it been in the last 2 years?
Thank you very much. The governance record of Governor Ademola Adeleke in the last 2 years has been extraordinary. Extraordinary in the sense that the scorecard, the governance record, the achievement recorded so far may not even be achieved by some governors under 8 years. But within 2 years, it has touched practically all sectors of the economy. And when we are to start with 5 point agenda, he has excellently delivered across those sectors. And I'll take it one by one. When you take the issue of workers' welfare, which is number one on the governance agenda, Osun workers have never had it so good. The reference is there. When you go and talk to them, they will confess to you. And let me talk to you specifically. We met billions of naira in terms of pension debt. We've paid the government has paid almost 13 billion plus in pension debt. We met half salary, hold Osun workers. He has paid more than 6 or so, 7 month arrears as we are talking. He has been giving out bond to contributory pensioners who are robbed of their contributions in the past. Within the public service itself, you no more have what we call coordinating directors. You have permanent secretaries. And now, you don't just have permanent secretary. You have a system whereby the governor ensure that the junior are not placed on top of the senior. And again, you have regular promotion exams. So as I'm talking to you now, you don't just have promotion exams. And you don't just get promoted as at when due, but you're also getting your pay. In the past, there are promotions without reflection on their pay. That has stopped. And he has reorganized the public service. He has reprofessionalized the service. And workers' welfare has become top-notch. That is one. And when you now come to the second one, which is Osun Money for Osun, in other words, the question of local content development, the question of boosting local economy, the governor has done excellently well. That's why as of today, most of our infrastructural program, it has also helped in terms of skills transfer. You know, when you are into construction, the people you engage sort of become local experts in that area. Then our companies that we're engaging, that we're giving big job, we are empowering them to become like Julius Berger. So they can go out and take it. So local content development has really boosted local economy. The government has done excellently well on that. The other one is issue of infra deficit. When we came on board, the major problem an economy may face is when you have high infrastructure deficit. What is infrastructure deficit? Your roads are bad, bridges are bad, no light, no water. People can hardly go about trade and business activities without challenges. When we came on board, the infra deficit in Osun is almost 80%. Somebody asked me, what is the source of our statistics? I told the guy, I said, beyond the report from NBC, you yourself just move around Osun. You discover the state of roads in Osun. As at 2022, you will actually weep for the state. All entrances entering Osun were in bad state. Internal roads were down. When the governor came, he set up this multi-billion naira, multi-sectoral infra agenda, which cover roads, education, health, water. What he did on water first was that we discovered Osun was suffering acute water shortage. The governor said, okay, we should have 3-phase plan, immediate plan. how can we get water to our people? Because water, quality of water also linked to health. So we said, okay, the governor said 332 wards, let's have boreholes. We rush it, under 100 days, the governor got it done. That immediately satisfied the need of our people for. I want to tell you, those 332 boreholes, there are many, in fact, in my ward, where we have that borehole, there was the source of supply was one riverine area that our people used to go and fetch water. Now, that's immediately addressed the short term. The governor said, okay, let's go to the waterworks, let's upgrade them. So the pipes that, because most of the pipes were laid in the 70s, 60s. So we started relaying the pipe, Iwo, Ede, Oshogbo, Ekonde. Then that one is still ongoing. The governor said, okay, also we need to upgrade there are many small water schemes that were down, almost 12, that were constructed incidentally by PDP government under Oyinlola, but they were all abandoned. The governor said, okay, let's move and revitalize these small water works because they were serving small towns. That one is also ongoing. Then we had a big contract, Ora Water Dams, to supply the Gomino axis, almost 1.4 billion. So it did so much well on water matter. Then we moved to roads. We said, okay, since we have this massive infra deficit, what can we do quickly? It's okay, 1.5 kilometer per local government. Then the intercity roads, Oshogbo Ikiru. In fact, we're about starting phase 2 that will go to the border. That one was sorted out. You know it.
Yes.
The ring road within town is largely where you always have this accident and all those. It's almost completed. We now look at Oshogbo. How can we make Oshogbo the real capital city, not like a village? So we say, okay, where we have pocket of roads, traffic. Okay, let's pick them up. That's why you have ongoing dualization. Dugara to Lameko to Okefia, then the bridge, flyover, Okefia, then Lameko. The Gulf also look around and say, okay, Ede axis, so that we can have greater capital, because the landmass in the capital, all the cities around it, can they be joined together? Ikiru is almost part of Oshogbo now. Ede is almost not part of Oshogbo, almost linked to the capital, I mean. So the intention is that you build a bigger city where the economy can thrive. So you have the Akoda and all those, which indirectly at the back linked back to Oshogbo from is it Ife or what? Then the Gulf said Ife is our heritage. That's where we all started from. And apart from OAU, there's nothing again at Ife. The governor said we must upgrade our traditional capital to a tourist capital of the world. And that's why the issue of flyover started. So that the location of flyover at Ife. Let me quote Baba Oni. Baba Oni said that location is the economic hub for Eastern Senatorial District. That day he explained it that Lagere, that junction where we pick, Garage Olode, you remember Garage Olode going to Udo? That is where people come. Everybody come to that if a flyover point. People from Ikire, in fact, the banks they use, they are all right there. People from Malaysia. This is not my explanation. That's Baba Oni himself explained that by picking that location, we want to create an economic zone within Ile-Ife. And an average Ife man will tell you that Governor Adeleke has done so much for them. When you go to Ilesha, there has never been any dualized road in Ilesha. This is the first one, is what Governor Adeleke is doing. And in fact, Baba, late Kabiyesi said, Titi to Lawe Meji, Asoyuma Asoju Ayemi. The day we want to do the governor want to turn the sword and lay the foundation, the late Kabiyesi insisted on coming out despite illness. So, as at now, we've constructed over 100 kilometers of road, and many more are still ongoing. So, there are bridges that were down. Iwo was cut into two because of a bridge. Governor fixed it. It's now Iwo is linked together. Bagan was cut into two. because of a bridge. Governor fix it. It's running. The same thing at Ife when you are passing through the university back.
Okay.
So in the area of infrastructure, in fact, if you are grading, Mr. Gov will take more than he. If there's another grade after he. Now let's go to Earth. There are three phases in the Earth sector. There is the local level, there is the medium, and there is the top. You have the teaching hospital, general hospital, the PHC. Now, access to health services start from the local level. We have almost 400 PHC, primary health care centers in Osun. As I'm talking to you now, Governor Adeleke has rehabilitated, upgraded 200. The 200 were upgraded. When I use the word upgraded, they have power source, solar power source, and they have borehole. So, in other words, they have is a complete set and new beddings and all those. Now, why are we emphasizing PHC? It's because preventive health care is more important than real. So, what we have done is that we bring health services closer to the grassroots. So that will reduce ill health. You will see we unveil those health centers where then we now slated the 6th general hospital for the innovation, which the government will take up in the second part. What have we done on that again? We're not just paying pensioners. Governor now placed the 29,000 pensioners on health insurance. As I'm talking to you now, most pensioners spend the bulk of their money on what? On health service. Now they are giving cards. They just walk into any private hospital, present the card, they are treated. That has never happened. It is unique. So that is on health. When you go to education, as at now we've renovated around 95 secondary school. Not just renovation, because you see the worst of the schools, and after the renovation, what is the state now? That's on education. And when you go to the higher education, you come to University of Osun State University. When we came on board, they have almost 5 abandoned projects, various faculties. The governor came on board and said, "Oh, you guys, what can I do?" You remember the popular video by the vice chancellor of the vice chancellor was overwhelmed because he came with 4 different projects, and the governor will say, "Do it, approve money," and we even started a major project, a lab, from scratch, completed, commissioned. University of Ilesha was an audio institution when we came on board. Let's clarify it. Actually, there was a certificate from NUC then that this is a new university. They had no takeoff grant, no accredited courses. They were still using the NCE, no infrastructure upgrade. When the Gov came, the Gov said, "Okay, what do we do? Do you people have a takeoff grant?" They said, "No." They gave them takeoff grant. "Are your courses accredited?" They said, "No, we are not. We have no retired." He said, "No." He invited NUC to the state. They accredited almost 40 courses for them. He looked at the place. He said, "Oh, we need a vice chancellor that is more than tested." He went to OAU, bring an Ijesha man, put him there. Then we look around the school. These internal roads were in bad state. Governor said, "No, all the internal roads at US of Ilesha are under construction now." So the university become real university, not audio political university that some people set up before they went. That is on the education. And which other area? Let me go to. We've talked water. We've talked education. We talk welfare, and there are more. Let's go to science and tech. When we came on board, also has no ICT policy. Can you imagine in the 21st century, the Gulf crafted what we call a state digital economy agenda. As of today, also has a state ICT policy. We have a tech innovation policy that is about to start implementation in the second half. As of today, we now have there is this act that try to encourage innovation at the local level. Do you know that Osun draft bill was one being used by other states? In fact, Kaduna State failed to delete Osun from their bill. When they passed it, they put in on Kaduna. When they passed the bill, it was reading Osun. We took frontline position on digital economy, and our intention was to start the cable network that we were laying, but we run into some legal issue which is being sorted out by the leadership. So that is science and tech. Climate change. You remember the Gulf crafted one of the best climate change agenda by subnational government. As of today, if in Lagos, we are rivaling Lagos. Lagos, we are competing with Lagos because Lagos was just dealing with flooding. Until when we start our agenda, that's why they know that if Osun can be doing carbon credit, carbon finance, reforestation, and all those. So we've taught a whole and energy sector, that's power sector. State can now generate electricity. As of today, Osun now has a bill that will enable us to set up electricity regulatory commission. We can now regulate all this idea of no light and all those. We can take it up. We also license power generators, people that can go and generate power. They can sell it. We can run off grid system, mini grid system. These are all advances. Now, my brother, we are saying all this within 2 years. Now, people call my boss dancing governor. You know what
That's what I'm about to say.
Okay.
That this insinuation that I remember the governor said, "I will dance to government house,"
Yeah.
and he did that.
Governor Ademola Adeleke properly. And psychologically, you see, when you see somebody that appears playful, most people don't know that those people that appear very playful are the most serious-minded people. When you encounter Mr. Governor in private, you will not be wondering, is it not this man that used to just... No, he's a very strong-willed, serious-minded, highly focused, highly disciplined leader. And that is why if you go to him, the first thing he will tell you is, don't bring that one. Will it help the people? The moment it's about wulu, you say, I don't want to hear about that. To people that were surprised, they were surprised because they've never been in that close contact with the man. For some of us that have the opportunity of working with him, we know his mindset, we know his people focus, he's people oriented. Most of the time, the dancing too, most people don't know is spiritual. There are many ways of praising your God. We all know the history of David. Some people, what the divine require from them is praise. And in fact, the best form of prayer, like they've told us, is praising God. So how do you praise God? Is either you are singing, you are dancing. So to Mr. Governor, all those dancing and all those is an appreciation of the goodness of God in his life. And again, I tell people, what is governance? Governance is the capacity of a leader to set people-oriented goals, good governance goals. That is, set the goals, capacity to drive it, and ensure implementation. How can you drive it? Good team. You must have good team. How can you drive it? You must listen to people. When they call you and say, do this, you must be ready to listen to them. All these qualities, Mr. Governor has it. He has a family backing. The family backing is a strong support. He also has a personal quality. They are not after, it's not about money. It's about service. So people that are surprised for the next 2 years, they're likely to be more surprised because there are bigger things coming. Uh, During the second anniversary, Gulf is likely to lay foundation for the airport.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes. It is sites that, and it will surprise people that the God will deliver on those here on that airport before the expiration of his tenure. It's all about determination. It's all about the will to serve the people, not to serve self. And Mr. Governor, being a rich man before coming, he's not actually looking for me. He wants a good name. Then he didn't want to what? Rubbish the name of the family.
And lastly, what will be your message to Osun indigenous residents and those, will I say, onlookers or outsiders as the Gov is actually marking its second year anniversary
Yes.
of this.
Thank you very much. The first thing is Mr. Governor is very appreciative of the level of support he's gathered from the people. He appreciates the support and their prayers. And if he has proven himself for 2 years, his plan is to even prove himself further by embarking on more people-oriented programs and policies that will ensure that Osun is not just the cradle of Yoruba race, but it's also a state that an average Osun indigene will be proud of, that this is their state. So, for example, for Osun people in diaspora, for Osun people both at home and outside, let me tell you, I was chatting with a friend in Canada last night. He was telling me, he said, "Oh, Malam, I think this is the time to come and do business at home." We went to UK the other time. Many of them were so elated. In fact, a friend of the governor was practically begging that, "Please, I want to move home. You have changed the face of Osun." Nobody thought governance is that easy. Governance is easy if you are not self-serving. Mr. Governor is not self-serving. The goal is, when I'm no more there after 8 years, by God's grace, what will people say about me? So to indigenes, both at home and abroad, they should know that this is time to come and invest at home. They should come and set up businesses at home. They should bring their business partners to work. Osun is the cradle of Yoruba land. Osun is the capital of Yoruba land, but not Ibadan. People just talk of Oyo. The real capital is Osun. And the governor is actually living to that bidding of raising the fortune of our dear state.
Thank you very much, sir. Your name was it?
Yes, my name is Malam Balawale Rashid. I'm the spokesperson for the governor of Osun State.